Okay, so welcome back. Today's video. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the advantages and disadvantages of being visually impaired. Okay, advantages. You focus more on the inner beauty instead of the outer beauty. I find a lot of sight people they often like they look at people and like, oh my god, this guy's so cute, or this girl's so beautiful, and so on, right? But when you're visually impaired, you have to focus more on the inner beauty, like, you know, like cause like you may not have enough vision to recognize the face. Like, well, it really depends how severe your visual impairment is. Some people who are visually impaired can still see their face. But in this case, I can't recognize people's faces. So yeah, all I see is shapes. Okay, so number two, some of us don't need to use a mirror. So when you're totally blind, that comes to an advantage. So yeah. Yeah. You also get to learn how to navigate without relying on sight. And yeah. You get to learn what things are by feel. Yeah. Being a Braille user is an advantage because you don't need light to read anything. So you can basically just read in the dark. So yeah. Okay, so I'm going to list the disadvantages of being visually impaired. Okay, so the disadvantages are that you don't qualify for a driver's license. So in this case, I don't, because I'm legally blind. So yeah. And also, I find shopping very difficult. So I have to ask people like who work in stores to help me, and so on. So yeah. And yeah. I also find it difficult to look at the camera when someone's taking a picture, so that's an issue there. I have difficulties looking into someone's eyes, so that's what I find difficult. So yeah. And during the winter time, it's the disadvantage is that I can get disoriented easily. I cannot read street and avenue signs. So that's a disadvantage there. And I find some barriers to employment because a lot of jobs that are hiring people like require a lot of sight. So that's a barrier there. And yeah. And also when someone is knocking at the door, I don't know who it is. So that's a disadvantage there. Like, I have to rely on people's voices. Cause I can't look at someone's face and recognize them. I'm saying like for example, oh my gosh, it is Bill, and so on. Like, I have to rely on my other senses. So that's why I can't rely so much on my sight. Yeah, so there are good things about relying on your other senses and some bad things. So yeah. Yeah, so like the good thing is that you learn to compensate for the sight that you lost, but you miss out on things. Like you miss out on visual cues, you miss out on gestures. So that's what I do. So because I'm visually impaired, I miss out. I can't tell if someone's pointing at me. I cannot tell if if someone's waving their hand at me. So that's a disadvantage. I miss out on the visual cues. Well, even though I'm visually impaired, it doesn't mean that I can't do anything. So like, there are advantages and disadvantages to everything in general. And yeah, and so, and it's just, yeah. And also, like, I gotta live life, even though I have poor vision, I think I'm still capable of doing a lot of things. So yeah. So peace. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like, leave any comments and subscribe for more videos. Bye!